And away we go. Sorry, choked up there before we even get started. It is the Aftermath, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com. Go see our good friends at Galactic Fried Chicken, except for Thursday. Closed on Thursday, celebrating the 6th anniversary, 6 years of the Galactic goodness. Back on Friday. They will get you taken care of. They have the best fried chicken in Cincinnati. They have great chicken tenders, chicken dunkers, French fries, coleslaw, fried pickles, deviled eggs, you name it. And the Galactic sauce is out of this world. So head down to Dayton, Kentucky, just down the street from Newport on the Levee. Go see Shane and company. Tell them Bearcat Journal sent you and get the Galactic goodness. All right, Aaron. Well, that was a fun senior day. That was a thorough butt kicking by the Bearcats. They played 6-on-5 the entire game because Tony Padilla is absolutely awful, but it did not faze Cincinnati. They did not let it bother them. They continued to battle. They continued to add to the lead. They didn't let BYU make that charge that we've seen BYU make in a lot of games this year where they come back in the second half after getting down big. And everybody played well. All three seniors got their send-off. Day Thomas, Jalen Celestine, Baba Miller, all with excellent games. Mustafa John was good. Jizzle James was good. I thought Keyshawn Tillery had a good game. Halvin Zella was active. Sincere Harris was good. You name it. The Bearcats got positive contributions from just about everybody. They made it tough on AJ DeBanza and Rob Wright. And they win 90-68. Aaron, take it away.
Well, even Grant Derbyshire got in on senior night, which you failed to mention. So good on him. And it took me until the end of the season, but I finally got his name correct. No big deal.
I was saving that for Aaron, guys. I didn't forget Derbyshire. Come on.
I got it. That was a fun game to watch because as high as I am on AJ DeBanza, they made him look mid. He looked
made it
like
difficult. I'll get this in there real quick. Jalen Celestine was awesome defensively. He has been solid defensively all year. He was awesome against DeBanza today. Sorry, continue.
He was awesome defensively. Day was awesome defensively. Mustafa Cham had me hearkening back to Kenyon Martin blocks into the third row.
Yeah.
I agree. DeBanza is a bit of a foul merchant, and it helps when the refs are kind of favoring that whistle. The SGA comps make a lot more sense now.
But here's the thing that's annoying about that, Aaron. He doesn't need the help. He's that good. He's great with the ball in his hands. He's 6'9". He's versatile. Like, he doesn't need the extra boost from the officials. He's that talented.
But if you watch enough NBA, which I'm sure these kids do, you see a guy like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander get those types of calls. It makes sense.
Yeah, I get it. He doesn't need it.
But they made things. God, they made everything difficult for both Rob Wright and AJ DeBanza. I mean, you had 37 shots between the two of them. You only made 15. And
Evan, did I not say I thought it would be Celestine that got the assignment?
You did, because I immediately said we're going to see a 40 burger. And he understood the assignment, if you will.
He was excellent. He was excellent. I was really impressed. Just his attention to detail on how to defend ball screens, his ability to get over and through and stay in front of him. They struggled with it when Celestine was not in the game. But yeah, that he gets my player of the game just on that aspect alone, Aaron. he took the task and said, I got this against one of the elite scorers in college basketball, and forced what, 8 of 6 or 7 of 21, 14 missed shots, 1 of 8 from 3.
He can
Hell of a
have
job.
he can have your player of the game. I'm going to give my player of the game to Day simply because he set the tone early.
Yeah.
And he was aggressive early on, and they ran and they left BYU spinning, wondering what the hell just happened on this trip to this time zone that they have no desire to be a part of. I don't know. You get all 5 starters. I can't remember. Did we have a game where all 5 starters were in double digits?
Yeah, there's been one recently, maybe UCF.
Okay, it's been a little while, but it's not been a common occurrence by any means.
No.
And to do that on a night where, I mean, it felt like all of your seniors had moments where they all had their names chanted, and for good reason. Even Grant Derbyshire had his name chanted because you had your foot on BYU's throat.
Yeah.
And you did what you are supposed to be doing at this point in the season. And BYU is left scrambling, wondering what the rest of their season's going to look like when they had lofty expectations for this postseason. And right now they got to be wondering, how much of the postseason are we even really going to see? Because everybody's got their number right now.
You also make a great point, Evan. Can't remember the last time there was a Bearcat that I thought every shot it was going in like Celestine. Maybe Landers. Landers definitely, it felt like almost every time the ball came out of his hands, it was going in. But Celestine just takes such good shots and doesn't force it. He takes it if it's there. He moves it if it's not. That's part of why he's a great 3-point shooter. Like he takes the ones that he should be taking. And guess what? Most of those go in. Like he had one from the corner where Day drove baseline and whipped it around to him, standing wide open in the corner in the first half, that I thought, I was shocked it didn't go in.
Yeah. It's been a lot of fun watching these guys, but really cool to see, like I said, to see the seniors all have their individual moments. You don't always get that on senior night, especially against a team that a week ago was ranked in the top 25. Several weeks ago was ranked in the top 10. So it's been a mighty fall as you're missing a third of your big 3 if you're BYU. But as a Bearcat fan, you got to love it.
Do I want to talk about fighting the refs? I will give Ed a lot of credit. That was hilarious.
Hilarious.
Just absolutely hilarious. If I can scroll back and find it somewhere here in my mentions. It's in here somewhere, but just top-notch funny from Ed tonight.
So yeah, I mean, you had they ran, the pace was outstanding tonight. It was again aesthetically pleasing. They passed it really well. They shot it really well. Again, 1.268 points per possession, scoring on 56.3% of your possessions. They hardly had any turnovers again, only 7.
It's so good. It's so good. For the podcast, folks, it's a AI picture of me on the court screaming at Tony Padilla.
So funny. So funny.
Yeah, I saw Doug Sermon's toss Bill Self tonight. He heard that, and how about this, Aaron? Apparently, it's a rumor that I heard tonight. Apparently, the last time Tony Padilla had a BYU game, he was bad. Shocking, I know. And Kevin Young took exception to it. And before tip-off tonight, Padilla came over and had an extended conversation with Kevin Young, apologizing or whatever about the bad performance the last time he had BYU, and then comes out and makes one. There were 3 overturn replays, and there should have been 4, but West decided not to challenge it because UC was up 25 points at 4 minutes left. 3 overturn replays. The call on Harris,
Buck,
where he poked the ball away from Debanza and then dove to get it. Debanza didn't move, didn't make a play for the ball.
No.
They call a foul on Buck. Absolute bullshit. And then Celestine getting the ball and getting rear-ended is a good way to put what happened there. He falls over and they call traveling. Do you think he really just fucking fell over?
Yeah, that dude was humping his leg, and he ended up getting called on traveling. That was wild.
And then
the flagrant. Yeah. Buck had 2 right in a row that were phantom calls.
I couldn't tell if he got his elbow. They called a foul, and then on the same possession, they called him for another foul. Debanza taking like a little baseline fadeaway. I couldn't tell if he hit his elbow or not from where we were because we were all the way at the other end of the floor.
Yeah.
Did the TV show that he didn't touch him?
I didn't see it.
Yeah, but either way, root for UCF Friday night. Actually, Graybush, no. You don't want to root for UCF Friday night. You want to root for West Virginia. If West Virginia beats UCF and UC beats TCU, then the tie for 6th place would be UC and TCU. And then UC would have the tiebreaker because they beat TCU. If there's a 3-way tie, UCF wins the tiebreaker. So, yes. But that's my understanding. We ran it in a bunch of different scenarios while we were sitting there watching the game. And I think if UC, TCU, and Cincinnati all end 10-8, then UCF gets the 6th seed, UC gets the 7th seed, TCU gets the 8th seed. So you need West Virginia to win. That would get them to 9-9, and they would be below UC. If UC wins, then UC and TCU would tie, and UC gets a tiebreaker.
Crazy.
So there. But the officiating, I legitimately investigate Tony Padilla for that fucking game because it's criminal to miss that many obvious calls.
I think my favorite officiating moment tonight was there was a possession where Jizzle did one of those split step to make his move, and Kevin Young lost his mind, screaming at the officials. He traveled, and then they go down to the other end of the court, and
they call it travel on.
They called it
Rob Wright.
Caustic.
Yeah, Caustic.
But it was the exact same thing.
It was.
He about blew a gasket at that point. He's like, I just complained about that. Now you're going to call it on me when they just did it over there and you missed that? What? That was funny.
I believe they have secured the bye. I believe the worst they can finish now is 8th. So, yeah. I did think also the Chom, when he blocked the shot.
I said that in the group chat. I could not believe
gave him one of those.
Couldn't believe after all that we're calling in this game, we're not going to call that where he's just flexing over him, screaming at him.
Like me and Keegan both looked at each other like, how is that not a technical?
Well, I mean, the same way that it was textbook flagrant for the path to the basket.
Clear path.
And this was textbook tech for taunting, and yet here we are.
Yeah, I think Jalen Haynes comes back Saturday. Like, I think he's going to play Saturday. Kidding. No, he's not coming back.
You get the show, Dylan. Well done.
Thank you, Dylan. I like it. I appreciate it. But I got to say it because people will take it seriously and it'll be on the internet. Chad said Jalen Haynes is going to play Saturday.
They might say it anyway.
They might. Anyhow. Sorry for the sidetrack. Why are there 77 of you still awake?
I would rather be anywhere else. And by that I mean in bed. Sleeping. We didn't have power from like 6 o'clock until halftime.
I appreciate your dedication.
I was in my car watching the game on my phone because my phone was going to die. So I had to use the charger in the car while at least the kids were asleep.
Yeah.
We had candles and we were going to do George in the Jungle tonight.
How romantic.
And I mean, we had candles and flashlights and all that, whatever. I mean, we were going to do George in the Jungle tonight, but George's power is now out and not expected to be on until sometime in the next hour or so.
It's crazy.
Good Lord. I don't know. I'm still just flabbergasted that this is where this season is at. Like,
I know. Somebody asked earlier, like, how much would I have bet? Where is this at? How much would I have wagered against this team possibly finishing 6th on January 31st? All of my money. All of my money.
That's why you don't gamble.
That's why I don't gamble. Aaron thought they were going to have 2 conference wins.
I did. I was so confident in that take.
Like the most confident you've ever been in any take.
Yeah.
And you've had a lot of bad takes. Like on that one, you were convicted.
It is right up there with Keegan's Emory Jones Heisman dark horse.
I was 42 in Ken Palm is wild.
And we still might not make the tournament.
Yeah. I don't want a large goddamn liter of cola. It's hard to even fathom what they're doing. Like they're 120 in offense. They were 240. They've gone up 120 spots.
Well,
in offensive efficiency.
It wasn't as even as if they were 240 like after a week or 2 weeks or even through like just non-con. It was well into conference play where they were just really bad still. There's people online talking, like analysts are talking about this might be the biggest turnaround they've ever seen in a season in the history of college basketball.
It's insane. And they're not like squeaking by people. They're beating the piss out of everybody.
Putting up we couldn't sniff 90 at points during the season.
Yeah.
And they're doing it just against top teams.
No Big 12 team with a winning record in the conference has ever missed the tournament.
Not true. Kansas State, 08-09.
Hunter says 05-06. Kansas State, though. Anyhow.
I'm just going off what I thought I saw. I don't know. I could be wrong.
The key to that, though, also is you're mostly talking about a 10-team Big 12 with a round robin and like balanced scheduling. Whereas now you're talking about a 16-team Big 12 and you don't get as many games against the top of the conference as you used to. So it's a little different now. It's not quite the same. It's not quite the same. But yeah.
Yeah. 08-09.
Okay. Yeah.
Nailed
it. Yeah, that one's on you, Josh. At one point I said this team couldn't score 90 if the opponent stayed in the locker room at halftime. They couldn't. And now they just rip off 90 like it's nothing.
Regularly.
Yeah. That's why I didn't finish college. All of this because of offensive savant Wes Miller, just like we all imagined. UCLA first four. I've been joking about that for like 2 weeks. Graybush, Mick versus Cincinnati in Dayton would be hilarious. Hilarious.
You did get the team right though. I mean, you could say the same thing though about some of the other matchups people are talking about. UC against Ohio State, UC against Miami.
Yeah, there's
any
a
of
bunch.
those matchups.
IU, the Drew Adams rematch. Bearcats, Hoosiers, and Indy.
That would be fun for you.
It would. I love Drew. That's my guy. I one time said this team made me want to drink bleach. Fun times. Before we do anything else though, kudos to the crowd. That felt like Fifth Third Arena. Like they were on it from the jump. There was energy. There was emotion. Like they were electric. And I give them a ton of credit for coming out for Day Thomas's senior night, for bringing it the way that they did, like Dayton, Ohio State, Miami, and Cincinnati all last four in.
Yuck. What a host of yuck.
Swim team was great. Student section was great. Crowd was great. The energy was up pretty much the entire night. So job well done. Job well done.
No, there were no Mormon chants. They did have some little papers they left in the student section to respect differences.
Yeah. Good. Let's look at the standings real quick. So getting my tournament bracket on one. Back.
Doug, you're
the
wild
3
for that
seed.
one.
The 3 seed is who you would be looking at. Right now, Houston is in second. Texas Tech is in third, but that's because Houston hasn't played yet the midweek game. So either right now it looks like either Houston or Texas Tech, probably Texas Tech, because they had a big old poopy down their leg today against TCU.
You mean like everyone today? Because all the underdogs won today except
Cincinnati.
And maybe
Tech rematch.
Utah lost to Colorado. Maybe they were underdogs, but
yeah, I mean that's a nobody wins in that game.
We're surprised anybody won that game.
Yeah, nobody wins. What else you got on the game? The biggest stat of the game, Aaron, 21-4 points off turnovers. Cincinnati only turned it over 7 times, 15 for BYU. A lot of those live ball steals, 10 steals on those 17 turnovers, 21 points for Cincinnati. At halftime, I think it was 12-0, 13-0 points off turnovers at halftime. And that's how Cincinnati took control of the game.
So, yeah. Even in the first half, BYU was actually beating Cincinnati in rebounds. And Cincinnati was able to come back and end up winning the rebound battle. As the Bearcats ended up with 17 second chance points, 34 points in the paint. So
it felt like BYU got a lot of offensive rebounds, but credit to Cincinnati, they walled up and didn't allow them to get a bunch of points. Yeah. There was a stretch, I think, late in the first half where it felt like BYU was all over the offensive glass, but Cincinnati kept it from turning into points. 10 offensive rebounds, only 10 second chance points. Cincinnati, 10 offensive rebounds, 17 second chance points. Really, the only stat they didn't win was bench points, mainly just because Kostick came in and hit 4 threes.
Yeah, you almost felt bad for BYU when they tried to go Doug brought up them trying to go small. They were trying to do anything at that point to get something going. And when they went small, Mustafa Cham and Baba Miller just picked them apart.
Yeah. Yeah. This offense, dare I say, is fun to watch right now.
After wanting to throw up for 2 months watching this offense. Yeah.
You could have told me you'd give me $1 million to say that this offense has looked great, and I would have told you no. Like as recently as 3 weeks ago. I'd be like, no, I will not take your money. Well, I am not going to lie to the people like that.
Go back to I feel like the last bad game we watched, like bad game, was Houston. And Houston just
West Virginia.
Maybe, but I mean we got dismantled against Houston.
Yeah, but West Virginia stinks. And
we know. You make sure to tell us every show we do how much you hate West Virginia.
They're just not good. Like that's
I don't know what
I say it because it's infuriating that this team lost fucking twice to West Virginia.
Look,
if you
I don't know
sweep West Virginia, you're at 11 conference wins, playing for 12 on Saturday, and you're in the goddamn tournament. I hate that.
I don't know what's happened to you in your life in West Virginia that you hate West Virginia so much that you have to bring up every show how much you hate West Virginia. But my goodness,
we hate we hate WVU. I went to Marshall. That's
I am aware.
That's part of it. Like
I feel like there's something far more deep seated.
No, it's just that. Like it's just that. I just hate that school.
It'll take you years of counseling and therapy to unlock that stored away memory.
TCU has one player above 6'7". They are very, very physical. Like very physical, especially at home. Like that's not going to be an easy game. Hopefully they exhale because they're in the tournament. Like they punched their ticket tonight. They are in the field.
I think you're right.
So maybe they a little collusion. They do UC a solid and let the Bearcats get out of there with a dub on Saturday to keep the dream alive. I'm probably if they win Saturday, do I have to send Keegan to Kansas City for real?
That answer is not in my pay grade, actually.
I know, but I'm saying, like, I can't not have him there to cover the tournament if they win Saturday.
Think of it this way. As long as he books it correctly, you may not be out what you were the last time he booked a tournament weekend where he booked the wrong nights and what have you. And you don't have to. We've gotten the bye, so you're down a day because you got the bye. But this team's also playing better to where you might be
there a couple days. Might be there a couple days. I'm probably going to have to send. If they win Saturday, I think I'm going to have to send him.
Otherwise, you're think of the other media members that are going to be asking the questions.
Damn it, Aaron. Send him. He's still young and spry. The problem is I just didn't budget when I was budgeting for March back in like January. The last thing on my mind was needing to send Keegan to Kansas City for the conference tournament.
It's tax return season. You got a little bonus from Uncle Sam coming your way, right? You'll be all right.
Probably. Like I'm a 1099. You know how that works. We don't get returns.
Well, I'm poor, so I do get returns.
Keegan actually loves to eat barbecue in Kansas City. So think back to the paper bag fiasco. The lessons we've learned along the way. Maybe Brent will share some gambling winnings. I don't think Brent. Well, I don't know, Aaron.
All
He
things
might be
coming
on
up,
a
Brent.
heater.
All things coming up, Brent, right now. Texas Tech set him back for a little bit, but all things coming up, Brent, right now.
Yeah, if you guys want to donate right now, you can donate for me to send Keegan. They'll all go to the Keegan fund to send him to the conference tournament. Just click on the little money dollar signs by the chat. Oh boy.
Should have had him do the show to
yeah,
beg for donations.
Solicit donations.
Yeah. So he could be up till
maybe we'll have him on. Yeah, maybe we'll have him on Saturday if they win, and we'll solicit donations to send Keegan to
if you're having Keegan on, then I'm taking off.
Maybe the real paper bag is the friends we made along the way. Thank you, Evan. We got $1.99 to send Keegan to Kansas City.
Barbecue money. That bought him one pickle.
If you're listening on podcast or listening after the fact, or you're a BYU fan that wants to send Keegan to Kansas City, the Venmo and PayPal is just Bearcat Journal. No spaces. Just all one word. Bearcat Journal. Make an AI pic of a sign with Keegan with a sign begging for donations. One rib. He gets one rib.
No,
I don't think $1.99 will get you a rib.
Bought you a rib bone. Not a rib.
Just the bone. Just the no bone. Meat on it. Just the bone. No. Oh my gosh. So good. I have not opened up FanDuel since I bet UC minus 22.5 versus Eastern Michigan.
That's really funny.
Wow.
I made a little bit of money on Cincinnati. Right?
I mean, it's all right, Hunter. $4.99. Okay, we're up to. We got $2 from P. Crawley.
We got $9.
So 5, 6, 7, 8. We got $9. Keegan's got $9.
Well, he's made enough to get what the Arby's meat and 3 on the way out there.
I'm rich, bitch. There you go, Hunter. I know that's what you were waiting on. That's like 4 ribs, $9. That's like 3, maybe 3.
It's like 2 chicken wings.
First class on Spirit Airlines. Oh, that's outstanding. Outstanding. All right, let's do the thing. We're having too much fun tonight. Everybody's in a good mood. It's 1:30 in the morning.
And there's more people here than there were when you commented there being 77. We're up to 95. What's wrong with you people? I'm ready to go to bed.
YouTube took half. YouTube doesn't take half on donations. They take half on subscriptions. We get most of the donations. Right. Go ahead, Aaron.
Let's do the thing. We'll start off with Jizzle James, 18 points, 6 of 10 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 3 of 4 from the line, 1 rebound defensive, 2 assists, 3 fouls, 1 turnover, 3 steals, 36 minutes played for Jizzle James. That led all Bearcats. And plus 25, which also led all Bearcats.
Shelby with $2. Keegan gets a side of barbecue sauce for his 3 rib bones. You just dip the rib bones in the sauce and like lick it off. Also, Aaron, 1,000 points for Jizzle.
Yeah.
Across again, the 1,000 point.
I don't think they mention it on the broadcast again, unless I'm just missing these massive announcements, these milestone announcements for whatever reason. I don't think they're actually mentioning them on the broadcasts.
What are we up to? $11? I think we're up to $11.
Yeah, that's how that math works.
Let's go. Yep. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Water with lemon. That's more Keegan than Keegan's not a soft drink soda guy. Water with lemon. But yeah, Jizzle played really, really well. Played within himself. Did an outstanding job on Rob Wright most of the night. Whoa, $5 from Brian. We're up to 16.
The Keegan laundry
The
fund.
Keegan laundry fund, so he can go to the laundromat while he's in Kansas City. You guys are so fucking great tonight. Oh my goodness. Another $5 extra meat on Keegan's Chipotle bowl from Chris. Oh man. So good.
Unreal. Keep sending me in these coughing fits. I feel like you. Jizzle was excellent tonight. He's still just really, really good at this catch and shoot thing. It makes you wonder where this has been the whole time, how they hadn't figured it out that he's more of a catch and shoot guy than dribble James.
Because they needed him to facilitate. They didn't have anybody to facilitate offense. And now that they're playing through Baba, Jizzle gets to be more of a spot up shooter. And $4.99 bag of peanuts on the flight, Hunter. Hunter, let me tell you something. He's driving. Like, you just paid for a bag of gummy bears at Buc-ee's is what you just did. I am not flying Keegan. You can't, the Kansas City airport is impossible to get to. I'm not flying him anywhere. Now we've got $1.99 to rent a movie on the flight. No. I think that $7 should get him a bag of gummy bears at Buc-ee's. Sorry, Aaron. Proceed.
Unbelievable.
You guys are the best. Legitimately the best.
But yeah, Jizzle was really good. And congrats on 1,000.
$10 from Brendel for gas money. Let's go.
We're never gonna
big dollars.
I'm not going to bed until 3. Just moving on. Jalen Celestine, 18 points, 7 of 9 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3, 1 offensive, 2 defensive, giving him 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks. 2 blocks. Let's go. 33 minutes played, plus 16 for Jalen.
He was awesome. Awesome. It just did everything offensively that you needed him to do. Spaced the floor, passed it, got, played off the bounce a little bit on closeouts. He was awesome.
Yeah, his floater it's pretty. Or when he does the fadeaway too, he might have the best. He might have the best fadeaway too. He might have the best fadeaway too on the team, including Jizzle and Day-Day. Mustafa Cham, 16 points, 6 of 12 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 3 of 5 from the line, 3 offensive, 6 defensive, giving him 9 rebounds. Just missed that double-double. 1 assist, 1 foul, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 32 minutes played, plus 24.
He was awesome on the defensive glass. He had 3 or 4 rebounds that just made me think of you. The way that he went up with aggression and just snatched the ball.
Throwing bows.
He was throwing bows.
I know.
Like in traffic, snatched the ball. Like, it was outstanding watching him on the glass tonight. I really wanted him to get 10. How
much does that bother you that I've infiltrated your brain while you're watching games?
I don't love it.
I can't imagine you do.
I don't love anything about it, if we're being honest, but you know, it is what it is.
You're welcome. I thought Cham was great tonight. he's really like the 1-2 punch between him and Celestine has been just, it's really fun to watch.
Keegan,
I'm scared.
We're just gonna roll back through it, okay? I asked the chat if they wanted me to send you to Kansas City.
Okay.
We got a $1.99 donation for barbecue money. We got a $2 donation for safe travels. A $5 donation to take their money and send you. We got $2 for a side of barbecue sauce. Okay.
I'm swimming in it.
We got $5 for laundry, so you can do some laundry while you're there. We know that's important.
Thank God. Now that was the only thing I was thinking about.
We got $5 for extra meat on your Chipotle bowl.
Pause.
We got $5 for a bag of peanuts on the flight. I told him there's no way that I'm gonna fly you there.
Yeah, I would drive.
We got $1.99 for a movie on the flight. I again told him that you're not flying. So somebody gave you $10 for gas money.
Yeah.
That's all we've got so far. But I mean, I think we're up to like $30-something.
There's 5 more.
Being in Fifth Third at 2 a.m. is enough for more. I also opened up the Venmo and the PayPal at Bearcat Journal for people listening tomorrow if they want to send money to get Keegan to Kansas City. $1.99 for a Greyhound ticket.
I'm honestly not surprised Chad hasn't made me do that yet. At some point, I'll make a bet with Chad, and my side of the losing bet. Yeah,
I think the only reason that you haven't taken a Greyhound is you've not found a place that has a hotel and a Chipotle and a gym and a laundromat within a walking distance.
Then you would take a Greyhound. You wouldn't need a car.
Yeah, I'll take
Horseback?
a Greyhound to Vegas at some point.
Make him go on horseback.
Saddle up, cowboy.
So
now,
yeah, I thought you would enjoy this.
The real question is, no, not the real question. This game on Saturday has gotten a lot more important.
You're gonna have to pick one.
Pick one? What if I tell you I have a buddy who is willing to split everything with me and cut the cost in half?
For Fort Worth.
Yes.
I mean, you could do your Frontier thing, right? That
Yeah.
goes to Dallas, and then
Yes.
split a car in the room.
In the room, yes.
Maybe. I'll need a price.
Okay.
And then if they win, then you're going to Kansas City.
Yeah.
Make him take it, and he has to live stream the trip.
That'd be a boring live stream. Yes, the board. I've used it once.
Brother. Yes, he has the Frontier Go Wild Pass. I bought it for him in case of events like this. So you need to start like figuring out like when you can fly to Fort Worth, I guess.
Oh, I've already looked at everything.
My daughter told me you had this planned, and you were
lobbying.
You're lobbying for it. You didn't think that I was going to be raising money in the chat, did you?
I did not think you'd be raising money in the chat. That was a surprise.
Well, give us your quick thoughts on tonight, and then we'll let you go home because you still got like 45 minutes to drive home, right? 40 minutes to drive home.
Yeah, empty highways. I might cut it down to 40. I think, like when I think about uncharacteristically good performances or just what stuck out, Jalen Celestine is so good offensively. Thank you, Brian Herzog. Like the just turnaround jumpers that he's doing in the mid range.
We were just talking about that before you came in. His touch on the mid range.
He looks really, really good. And like Wes has talked about how he hasn't been fully healthy. He hasn't been able to practice consistently. And now that he kind of has this nucleus, and like I think it was Isaac Trotter who works for 247 said ever since they deployed that against Baylor, they like haven't looked back of Jizzle, Day, Celestine, Baba, and Sham. Like that's your main five who's going to play like 30 minutes a game. They've just looked really, really good. I just like there aren't many teams in the country who can keep up with this current form of the Bearcats on both sides of the ball. Like it's very, very hard because you're starting to see the shot making ability from the guards, and you're starting to see the size play a factor as like Mustafa Chama and Baba Miller are forces, rebounding, everything. So like I'm still not fully she is going to be mortified. She might as well have made that. That's how spot on that is.
He didn't change her appearance. He just went to your
now. Everybody that has never seen my wife sees how out of like above my average I'm hitting. Because she's a very beautiful woman. But back to the basketball. Let's play that basketball. It's just like the mix of size and shooting, and then like you mentioned, the assist to field goals made stat at the end of the game is just like a characterizer for how well the offense is doing. It's crazy. Just how cohesive it is and how smooth it is. So they deserve it. They never gave up. We all basically were asking them to give up, and they didn't. So credit to them for turning this around.
Yeah, it's been awesome to watch. It's been a lot of fun to watch. A lot of fun to watch. All right, man. Get in your car. Get home.
All right.
Figure out how to get to Fort Worth for as little of my money as possible so that I can also send you to Kansas City next week.
I think you're going to be rather pleased about how cheap it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Hoodoo. Bye.
Bye, Keegan.
Okay, Aaron, keep going. I know you're mad.
I'm not mad. I'm tired. And I have to get up with kids in like 5 hours.
I have to get up in 5 hours. Yeah. I get it.
If I'm lucky.
I get it.
Baba Miller, 15 points, 5 of 10 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 4 of 6 from the line, 12 rebounds, all defensive, 5 assists, 3 fouls, a turnover, a block, 32 minutes played, plus 10.
He's so good. He's so stinking good. Dan Hort just put up a whopper, Aaron.
Oh.
Who do you think is the last person to lead Cincinnati in scoring, rebounds, and assists in a season? Baba's doing that right now.
How long ago are we talking?
Who do you think it is?
The Big O.
It is the Big O. The last person. Now, Oscar did it with 33, 15, and 7.
A little different.
Little different. But yeah. Pretty impressive for Baba. It sucks. Legitimately sucks that because of the way things are, like the way things are now is the only reason he's here. But it sucks that I don't think people really have and also because of the way the first 2.5 months of the season went, that people don't have as much of they didn't fall in love with Baba Miller and how incredible he has been this season. It is one of the all-time great individual seasons in program history.
I disagree. I think people did fall in love with him. I think that it's just a fleeting romance, if you will, not a
Yeah, it's like a summer
deep
fling.
love.
Yeah,
Where we're not crying at the end of the season because we're watching him get his red jersey in a frame. Which, by the way, I have a theory as to why they didn't wear red jerseys tonight. I'm guessing they didn't remember that they needed more than one red jersey if they were putting these red jerseys in the frames.
that's not it, but I don't know why they didn't, honestly. But
Well, until there's another theory, that's the working theory.
okay, fair.
Yeah, I will fondly remember Baba Miller.
It's an all-time historic season for Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Does Keegan really need the satin pillowcase on his registry?
But yeah, it's been a hell of a ride with Baba.
He's been great. Like again, the NBA buddies of mine that I talk to just increasingly as the season has gone on have been like, this is, yeah, but they've just been like, this is the guy we thought Florida State was getting coming out of high school. Like, you know, coming in, not out of high school because he was a Euro, but like when he was a prospect, like this is what we thought he could be. And he's been just outstanding, just absolutely outstanding.
He's an alien, and it's going to be rough next year, regardless of whatever next year brings. I was without an alien.
I've been joking with Corey Evans for like a week now. Like, have you figured out how to get him another year yet? And today he was like, bro, he's going to the NBA. Like, like he should not come back to college basketball.
No.
Go be like, you don't risk it. You have had just I don't think he could get to first team because there's so many great players this year in this league. I don't think he could get to first team All Big 12, but if he's not second team All Big 12, I will be livid. Livid.
I think there's an argument for first team.
I think there's an argument, but there's just more big names that are going to get, you know, when you go through the great players from Kansas, Houston, Iowa State, and Arizona, you're gonna fill out a top five, a first team, I think. But I don't think there's, you know, I don't think there's more than 5 guys that have had a better season than Baba Miller has had here this year. If Kerr gets another year, anyone can.
That's anyway. Keep it moving. 12 points in Day Thomas's last game at Fifth Third. 3 of 10 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3, 5 of 5 from the line. 2 rebounds, both defensive, 6 assists, 3 fouls, no turnovers, a block, 3 steals, 28 minutes played, +9 for Day.
He didn't have it in terms of his shooting stroke tonight, but he kept it. Like, he busted his ass. 6 assists, no turnovers is spectacular. You know, it wasn't the 25-point night that he probably wanted, but like that was a Day Thomas game. Like that's Day Thomas. He helped in a million different ways.
Well, and what we have talked about all season is if he puts his head down and gets to the rim, he will get to the line. Without those 5 free throws, he's only at 7.
Well, but one of them was a 3. He did have the one where he just put his head down, went straight down the lane, and got fouled and got to the free throw line.
Well, I thought you were going to talk about when he goes to the rim and gets clobbered and doesn't get the call, because that happened twice.
But It should have been 2 blocks if not for the ref show. That's the one I walked away from. I walked away from the media section. I had to walk when he blocked that shot from behind and they called a foul. I had to walk away. We're not allowed to say things while sitting on press row. And to keep myself from getting in trouble, I just politely got up out of my chair and walked back to the concourse because that was bullshit. Can't believe I forgot that one. And my Tony Padilla sucks. By the way, I did make a change, Aaron, in my Mount Rushmore standings. Tony Padilla has passed Kip Kissinger for number 1.
Brian, I don't know if you were here earlier. When I mentioned Day being my player of the game, I did mention right from jump, he set the tone. And yeah, so I'm with you.
Michael, I didn't need to take a smoke break. I just wanted to. There's a difference. I do a lot of these without taking one. Sometimes I just feel like I need one, and I needed one. So there's a difference between need and want.
All right.
But happy birthday anyway, Michael.
Buck Harris.
That's all 5 scores in double digits, by the way. 18 for James and Celestine, 16 for Chom, 15 for Baba, 12 for Day. That adds up to 79 of the 90 points from the Cincinnati starters.
What's Celestine got to get now to get to 1,000?
He's close. I don't know.
I think it was 40 something the last game, and now with the 18, then he'd be some or 20 something.
I can tell you here in a second.
Also, happy birthday, Michael. You did it. Another year.
So he was at 963 before tonight.
So 71, 81, 981. He needs 19.
19 to get to 1,000. And that would give him 4, right? Yeah, 4. Day, Jizzle, Baba, and Celestine, all 1,000-point scores.
Yep. All right. Buck Harris, 6 points, 3 of 5 from the field, including that horrible first shot he took that he sailed.
Dude, that was the most YOLO, irrational confidence, pull-up, mid-range jumper I've ever fucking seen.
With like 25 seconds still on the shot clock. Like, what are you doing, man?
He caught it on the wing, 2 dribbles, pulled up.
Jeff said he was listening to the radio, and Dan said he takes a shot from 15 and it goes 18.
It did. It was so bad. He was another one, though. When they put him on Tabansa, frustrated the hell out of him. And that's his job, especially for a guy, if they've got a dynamite scorer, Buck, you're going to have 15 minutes, go out there and make them mad as hell.
Look, I can only imagine how Tabansa felt because I was frustrated as hell when he was in the game.
And 4 fouls, 3 of them were just absolute bullshit.
Yes.
Fuck it, we ball. Buck Harris. Exactly. That was YOLO. Oh no. Shit. Let's pretend like that one didn't happen.
1 offensive, 1 defensive rebound, giving him 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 fouls, 3 steals, 13 minutes played, plus 16.
Well done. Good bench minutes. Good bench minutes. Same for the next guy.
I was going to say, let's talk about good bench minutes. 5 points for Keyshawn Tillery, 2 of 7 from the field, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 of 2 from the line, 2 rebounds, both defensive, 6 assists, tying the team high with Day. 1 steal, 17 minutes played, plus 10.
Excellent.
So good.
Yeah. He frustrated the hell out of Rob Wright when he was in too. Did they look like brothers? Don't they look? I had a bunch of people they look just the same height, kind of the same hair, kind of the same play style. Like they look like they could be related. Anyhow, My favorite was forcing Rob Wright out of bounds. He stepped out the first time he went baseline. They didn't see it. And then he came back the other way and they caught it. And then he comes down on the other end, splits the middle of the defense, the Red Sea parts, and the little finger roll. I think he also got fouled on 2 other drives to the lane that they didn't call.
He got destroyed.
And but you know, he took a confident 3 that I didn't mind seeing him take at all. From the top of the key, just a little bit off on it, but he was really good. Again, that's when you shorten the rotation. This is what you need. Like, you need 2 or 3 guys that are going to come in and give you 5-minute bursts in each half where they play like their hair's on fire. And they defend and they give you everything they got and they leave it on the floor, and then you take them out and you get back to your starter without really missing a beat. That is exactly what Keyshawn and Buck and really Halveen, that we'll get to in a second, they were all perfect in that role.
I think probably most impressive is 17 minutes, 6 assists, no turnovers.
Yeah. That's big time.
He's the main ball handler when he's on the floor.
Yeah. Jizzle was playing, like, a lot of times they'll split and Jizzle will play some of the point when Tillery's in. But today it was Jizzle was the 2 and Tillery was the point guard when he was on the floor. Yeah. Love Keyshawn Tillery. Love Keyshawn Tillery.
And then last, well, not quite last. Halveen Zella had no points. He did have 2 offensive rebounds. Those were his only rebounds. 1 foul, 1 turnover, 8 minutes played, -2.
Good work. 2 offensive rebounds, battled hard, didn't give up an inch defensively, did a really good job hedging ball screens, was what I noticed from him most tonight, where they were trying to get, advantageous matchups off the ball screen with both Debansa and Wright, and they were trying to focus on Halveen when he was in the game, and Halveen held his ground, didn't give up space, forced him sideways, allowed the original defender to recover, and he gave him solid minutes.
Yeah, he's a just nonstop every time he's in. And Grant Derbyshire, he got in 0 for 1. This poor kid isn't going to score this season.
Hopefully they can get him one in like the first round of the Big 12 tournament.
They've been trying. But 1 minute played, +2. The senior got his senior minute.
He did. +2. I was hoping West would put him in a minute earlier. I was hoping when he took Day out, he was going to put Derbyshire in, but BYU's so dangerous that even up 20, you're just kind of like, let's not allow anything stupid to happen. And these 2 guys hit 3 threes in 30 seconds and shit all of a sudden gets a little haywire. I thought he had a good chance on that scoop shot though.
Yeah. Well, he's tried. And
he has. All right, Aaron, go to bed.
Look, I'm going to go to bed still thinking that the only reason that they had to pivot on wearing red is because they framed 4 red jerseys and then had no idea what to do.
Okay. You tell yourself that.
Conspiracy theory. You heard it here.
All right. That's going to wrap it up. Bearcats 90, BYU 68. Thanks to everybody for listening. Venmo Bearcat Journal, PayPal Bearcat Journal. We'll get Keegan to Fort Worth and to Kansas City. Where are we going for breakfast? We'll see you next time. That's the Aftermath, brought to you by Galactic Fried Chicken, right here on BearcatJournal.com.
See ya.
Thanks, everybody.